Okay.
We're
Yeah.
on.
All right. Nice. So Patrick, real quick. So if this is your first time on LinkedIn Live, so right now I'm just like refreshing my phone. I'm
Hey, I don't think you should do the whole like have it open on your phone thing because it was.
You just put someone on blast there.
Boom. So here's like the link for it.
All right, nice. Hey, Mark, I wouldn't have it on your phone though.
I know. Hold on. I'll turn it off on my phone. I just want to link it off of my profile. Live with Patrick Pleiss. Is that how you say your name, Patrick?
Yeah, Pleiss. Rhymes with nice.
At Hyper.
Is what my middle school presidential campaign was.
What?
Pleiss rhymes with nice, or the Pleiss is right. You know, all kinds of good plays with that.
Yeah, our slogan, we won too, and our slogan, well, my brother's slogan was "I like you."
Ooh, nice. I really jumped on the Vanilla Ice bandwagon. Pleiss baby was something we really capitalized on. Yeah,
that stuff all plays, especially in middle school, high school, even in college, it still plays.
I'm still playing that. Can you guys hear my 2.5-year-old sprinting around upstairs yelling, "No!"
Yeah, I had to kick my son out too.
So if you're just joining this LinkedIn Live, I'm joined by Patrick Pleiss and Cedric. Patrick Pleiss is co-founder of Hyperlocology, right?
Yeah, that's it.
And yesterday/today-ish launched the Phoenix 19 Alliance, which we'll put in the description of this video. I won't ruin it, but go ahead and tell people what it is, and then we'll just kind of riff off of that.
No, what it is, it's a bunch of good folks, good companies coming together to lend a hand where we can. As you well know, Hyperlocology, DevHub, Rio SEO, and Binary Fountain all coming together to support multi-location businesses and some of the businesses that really are the foundations of our community at the time that they need it the most with marketing support, so they can be sure that when they're talking to their customers, it's important that everything is accurate and everything is timely, and bringing all four of these companies together to offer this solution for a temporary time at a free cost is really something we're excited to do. We don't, in the MarTech space, we help brands create lift, sell more product, but this seems like a really unique opportunity that we can actually make an impact on the communities we exist in, and what better time when we're all like remote in the communities we came from. Maybe I know I'm down here in North Carolina, not sitting in Manhattan, and I can see when I drive down the road, the strip malls that really are the heartbeat are closed, and each one of these people is a member of the community and hurting. So it's a cool way we're helping out, and that's it's fun.
Yeah, again, like what I hope gets conveyed. That's why I wanted to hop on this video, and there's a website which we'll link below, phoenix19alliance.com. But like what I was hoping that like the video kind of conveys that, like, definitely we aren't. I can vouch for, I think, Patrick too. We're not coming at it as truly like a lead gen kind of play, like, yeah, we're going to get all these people in, like really it's okay for people to really just have conversations with people who've been doing, we've been doing good for the last bunch of years. And so like, if you're even just shopping or just curious or whatever, to have a conversation with like a fellow human,
Yeah.
And the reason why, at least DevHub signed on, was because, again, like, on our side, like, we're good at the experience part, right? Like the local pages, your store finder, maybe even your franchise CMS or multi-location CMS. And that's it. Like, but to have a site or landing page or whatever out there with no traffic, with no listings from Rio SEO or whoever, it's all, you kind of need kind of everyone working together. And so, unfortunately, we're in this situation together. Fortunately, you do have people who really care and want to help. And so, like what are some, like, I don't know, Patrick, like what are some things that like multi-location, I mean, again, this is live, so it's cool.
Yeah.
No excuse. You don't even have to edit it. Like what are some things, like, I don't know, like what is it? Like multi-location, what could they do?
You know, right now there's a focus on making sure that messaging is accurate because of different cities and states having different regulation right now. As we know, real time Georgia, each location that exists in Georgia has the ability to reopen. And I believe that's Monday.
Really?
Yeah, and brands need to be able to, if they so decide to open, to be able to communicate to their Georgia specific locations and do it in a timely way that's relevant. And that's what we think that our technology is able to solve for. And again, it's not about a lead gen thing. A lot of the people that we were working with are now not able to execute this themselves. And so we're really happy to help out the partners that are already on board too. So anyone that we can lend a hand to, we're pretty jazzed to do it.
So Patrick, so like give like a specific, you don't have to say that a specific kind of customer, or you don't just name a brand, but like how would a brand use you guys?
Sure.
Simplest, like, I mean, literally explain it to like, as they say, like a third grader or whatever it is, like how, like, like
sure.
As an individual franchise, am I using you, or as like the mothership, am I using you guys? Like, just so I know.
Good question. We serve both parties. So most importantly for the brand marketers, we make it possible for them to herd the cats, to prevent rogue messaging in market, to see performance per location and all in one spot. But what it looks like to work with us, just from a very simple setup, is we work with the brand to create sophisticated marketing campaigns by professional marketers and offer those campaigns out to specific locations with creative that speaks to that community, able to be customized, approved templates by the brand. So high quality creative.
Is this paid search, or what part of the campaign?
Search, display, e-com, social. For so long, there's been a real roadblock to really empowering local business owners to execute or have the expertise of their CMO or their franchisor. And so their franchisor can efficiently set up these campaigns, distribute them out with individualized budgets. Because imagine you're a pizza shop owner and you're contributing a certain amount of your franchise budget back to the marketing plan. You want to see that come back to your market. So individualized budgets, and then most importantly, reporting on that delivery that happened to within the community that your location actually serves. So I said at the beginning, we have we serve both sides of this, the brand making it easy to execute at scale across these hundreds or thousands of locations. And then two, we give these franchisees the ability to have accountability, to get input from professional marketers, as well as, if the brand so chooses, weigh in their expertise. A cool example, a big retail brand wanted to give their operators the ability to choose creative messaging. And what they found was that these operators were choosing colors and offerings that were maybe indicative of the local high school who just has a football team that needs this blue creative or this blue car in the creative. And these were anomalies, that data points that the proprietors knew that no algorithm could understand. So now the franchisee gets accountability. They get to give their input, but in a streamlined way that's accountable to the brand.
So in the pizza shop example, right? Like, let's pretend so the pizza shop, is that part of a larger franchise organization, or can that be a one-off too?
So we work with the enterprise brands and the home company. We don't do one-offs, and that's because it's just not where our technology is.
We don't either. We don't either.
Yeah.
We don't either. I mean, even 20 sometimes is a little rough for us, but obviously we swing it because we hopefully they're growing.
Right. We want to invest in growers too.
Yeah. So real quick, so like let's say on that again, the pizza shop example, like is there an average budget?
No, it's kind of crazy.
Is it? It's not like $300 a month, set it, forget it, or not really. It's not like
we get that. We have plenty of locations that sometimes are $100 a month when you're talking. Sometimes it really depends on the community size or what they're trying to drive. But yeah, down to $100 up to a couple $1,000, $10,000 per location. It really varies.
And then that's paid search, paid social, display, and that's all your guys' platform.
Right. So we take that and we take those platforms and we put them all into one spot, and we create the opportunity to efficiently manage each one of those channels through one location and offer that out to smaller budget marketers.
So I just because again, like I'm lately, and again, this is live, so whatever, but like lately, I swear to God, as I've been listening to more people talk, I'm like I said, I think I told you yesterday, or maybe I didn't, but I feel like half the people out there are like, oh yeah, I totally know what this guy is saying. The other half are like, yeah, maybe I get it, but maybe I don't. And I'm always on the like, I have no idea what anyone's talking about. Like, so I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, no, the person I understood today, I was watching a video with Sylvester Stallone. And
you understood him.
I understood him 100%. He's like, it's like, I'm not a good actor. Basically, this is how this is how I enter. I'm not a good actor, but I was just blind ambitious. Like, like I knew I was a big guy, or, I was a workout kind of guy, whatever. I was fit. Like, I'm not going to come in there and play like an accountant. I'm going to come in there and play the action guy. And I'm not sitting there trying to be like, this method actor. Leave that to somebody else, And I just knew I was going to be super good. I'm like, totally get it, versus like someone who wants to talk to me about like theater, fucking theory, or, like whatever. I'm like, not on my watch. Yeah. So better than like, who in theory would if someone was looking at hyperlocology, and by the way, you can go to that website, hyperlocology.com. It's exactly how it sounds, is exactly how it's spelled.
The study of hyperlocal.
Right? So then, like, who would like if someone was looking at you guys, who else could they either be with already, or who would they also be evaluating maybe you guys against?
Yeah, nice try, buddy. Nice try. We tend to work hand in hand with a lot of folks' agencies. And it really becomes dynamic on how that engagement works, whether the agency likes to set up the campaigns and distribute reporting or weigh in on strategy. I feel like what our commonality is that we have an agency and a brand in the picture.
Okay. So then, so is it primarily then it's typically agencies, but like, do you have brands direct too?
It's mostly brand direct contracts, but you asked who kind of always works with us. There's a strategy portion from an agency. There's an always some sort of a creative partner. That's where
you guys don't do the creative part.
We don't, and that's what I guess I'm trying to get at is the creative aspect is not our wheelhouse.
Well, why don't you guys do that?
So when it comes to creative development, that we're not a creative shop. When it comes to creative customization at scale, automated, boom, we do that like it's our job. So,
because here's like my theory. Like I'm telling you, like, because again, we're both more or less at the end of the day, we have a technology, right? There's still an element of service,
Yeah.
Like I just I still think like it's so hard for us to sell, into brands or agencies or other marketing technology providers, But once we're in, it's like, why not just offer more and more and more of what the brand is needing versus having them be like, okay, now go find this somewhere else. Like, that's just a question, like, amongst founders of companies. Like, it's not really like a,
yeah,
but you guys are still in that mode. No, we just stay in this lane kind of thing.
Yeah, I think early on, we dabbled in providing a little extra here, some extra there.
Yeah.
And we found our core, and we're happy to make intros. You know, we got people that tend to be in the shake with us, but we stick to the tech side of it and let those creatives be creative. I'm rocking a haircut from the 80s. I haven't changed in a minute.
I know. I have like my note. Like again, we're not done yet, but I just want you to get you comfortable on LinkedIn Live because again, like I think we have 2 viewers right now, so all good.
Beautiful, Michael. It must be Michael.
And then again, like my closing thing, which is we're not closing right now, but just so it's like so we're wearing white hats on purpose.
We are.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it is part of my uniform during the day. I mean, I don't know why. I don't even know where it came from. Like, I just started doing it. I got kind of lucky. I cut my hair super short, right before the whole thing, like by just fluke. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start all over. By the time summer's over, it'll be super long, But then I guess I got kind of lucky in that respect. But I've been cutting everyone's hair around me.
Oh, I cut my own yesterday. Yeah.
Honestly, it looks good, and you got, like I said, post that picture of you and your son.
Yeah. I mean, it's real funny. I'll never financially recover from this. I think that's now the new name.
I love those memes. Like, again, like what I've been liking about the whole, this whole situation that we're all in is that, like, look, like, we're all in different rooms of our houses, and I've always thought that people buy from people or want to work with people they like, and like now it's like, and again, this is like not there's no editing, there's no nothing. Like you have to like that guy wearing that hat with that weird artwork, or I don't know if those are sparkles on your wall, or Cedric's got a Pellegrino bottle in the background. Like someone has to be like, I don't like that, I don't like those people. They don't know what they're talking about, like. Which I rather get rejected at that level than get rejected off of me sending like a 1-sheeter to someone and being like, like reject this, like reject someone who actually cares. And then, this whole thing that we're doing right now versus rejecting like, production value. Because right now, nobody has production value. Strictly the words that we speak. And so that's why I think like, somewhere in the live stream, people can get little nuggets. One, the human element. 2, a little bit of maybe strategy stuff that either of us can share, I think 3, just hopefully a little entertainment, like what are these guys wearing backwards white hats for? And so I've been loving LinkedIn Live because Cedric set it up. I mean, you can even see like, right, we have like the logos, we have the little thing glowing in the background, the little live. I mean, I love this. I wish LinkedIn would let me go live on my profile, and I know it'd be a game changer. Look, there's my dad right there, just being like, hey, good show.
Nice. Hey.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll post it to YouTube and stuff. I don't know. Like, what else do you think we should cover? Like, again, I have the description of this as like helping multi-location brands. So from just joining or whatever, you're skipping forward. On our side, we're the experience side, the local pages, your store finder. Those are all great. They help with SEO for sure. At the end of the day, SEO, everyone, I think at this point, if you're a marketer, know that it's a longer term investment and or play. To speed that stuff up, you need someone like a Patrick and their company, Hyperlocology, to start driving traffic immediately to those local, right? You would drive it to those local-ish pages?
Yeah, definitely. And if they don't have their own local pages, we happen to know someone. But yeah, the whole important part is that their dollars go to their community and relevant to their biz. But yeah,
is there any one campaign that you've seen in the last 3-4 weeks just like crush for a brand or a franchise? Like it's just like that was so smart of them to do that. Like I think yesterday we were talking about like pizza chains have been doing. You've seen at least on your end, we've seen on our little region of the world doing. Like, is there anything you've seen like smart like someone do?
Yeah, we have a good amount of financial services clients, and you can imagine that
that's like financial advisors.
Yeah, financial advisors to mortgage brokers.
Got it.
And between, and as you can imagine, people are really in tune to their finances during the current rocky period, and there's a lot of content out there that's local. There's an uptick of roughly 200% of people engaging with their brokers and financial wealth managers. So we've seen some brands take full advantage of that and really ramp up and not take advantage. That's a terrible way to say it, but really put themselves where they can be of value to their customers.
So have you seen, is there anything that you can share? Like, you don't have to give, obviously you don't have to give the brand name, but is there a certain type of messaging that you've seen from financial services that would work, that seem to work right now? Because I can tell you, on our end so far in financial services, we keep getting not the threat, that's probably not the, we keep getting hey, we might be pausing some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And again, I kind of have the same feeling you did, but again, we kind of stay a little bit neutral, I mean, I always say we have a cross section of about 150 plus brands that we can look at that are running stuff on our platform. But again, we're only the experience piece. We're not the ones driving the traffic piece, so I don't know what the conversions are. And we have some ideas when people share it with us. But is there anything you're seeing? Are they saying, hey, COVID-19, protect your family? Is there? I don't
know, and I don't know if I have one answer for that because how we handle this is so granular.
Yeah,
granular. Yeah. So it's so individual to the community what they choose to put out there, whether they keep the course or change their messaging to say, hey, they're COVID related, or hit us up on payroll protection, whichever. It really depends on the community, and that's pretty much the neat part.
Yeah, because then you guys are mass. Would you call it personalization, or is it customization still?
Customized per community, not personalized to the individual receiving the message. Yeah, it's community focused.
Not yet.
Right. Wait, did someone say cookie apocalypse? What time is it?
So it's customization then to that community. Yeah. Okay, so that's financial services. Anything else?
E-com.
Financial services, you're seeing, they're going,
they are going. People are engaging.
Is there any brands or industries that you're seeing right now that are probably should be kind of doubling up, or not letting their foot off the gas, that are letting their foot off the gas? It doesn't even have to be a client of yours. It doesn't have to be anything of yours. I mean, again, I'll tell you, so our experience in healthcare is that we've been seeing more people putting, Cedric, what's the analogy for cars? You put the foot on the gas?
Yeah.
You put your foot on the gas. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's we've been seeing more healthcare stuff flow through. Spin up all these doctor sites. All of our clinics need location stuff, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I mean, we've been seeing that. Of course, we've seen auto dealerships, slow down.
I think we've seen our partners that have multiple distribution channels, whether they sell e-com and have a brick and mortar, they're really having to make aggressive shifts into their e-com strategy. And
that's
and you got to imagine that there's going to be business decisions that come from this period of test and learn with this new distribution method. So I think e-commerce is a really interesting situation right now, and obviously it's growing all the time, but may catch a big jump.
So the e-commerce one would be I ordered a canvas, let's say from Michael's, obviously I can't go into the store. I could get it delivered, but they're really kind of pushing pick it up outside. And it's crazy. You literally pull up, you pop your automatic trunk, they stick in your trunk, and you drive away. You can almost time it where you don't even stop. You just get your foot off the gas, don't touch the brake, just creep, ghost ride it.
That's how my dad used to drive me off at elementary school.
Boom, you're gone. I mean, obviously, but again, are they still losing? I mean, I see, but at the same time, as I'm creeping through, I still see a ton of people just pull in, read the sign, and drive off, and I don't know if those people will come back. But I mean, I always thought that those brands, I'm still again, I don't know. I'm still surprised. Like, those brands to me should be partnering up with like the Ubers of the world and just start pumping out those. If you order over $50, we will deliver whatever the hell you just bought, you know? And it's part of the checkout process, right? Like, instead of something in-store pickup or whatever, curbside pickup or e-commerce, it's like, no, I still want it today. Like, let me just like Uber, boom. No one's doing that still?
Yeah. I think about this, and this is why
there's like Instacart. Trying to think of the other ones. Instacart.
Well, no, I'm talking about like, you know, like if you're like, you know, if you're like an not auto repair, but like somebody, you know, like a Pep Boys, right? Or like something like that, where you have inventory in your stores, you know, it's like, let people shop online and then have someone bring it over to them. Like, just any of those, even is Home Depot essential?
Is Home Depot essential? Yes.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of far from me.
Yeah, it's closing early.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just more shit like that. Like, I don't, especially like just again on your note about e-commerce, like it's just gotta work better. I mean, even like selecting the location on Michael sucks. Like, give me like a version in Bellevue and a version way up north, and I'm sitting in the parking lot, you know, and I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? Enter my zip code. Like, I'm literally sitting right here right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be me not turning on location services.
User error.
Yeah, I know. That's what we always say. It's like technology doesn't break down, people break down.
No, the most complicated part of my day was figuring out how to get on this live thing. It should be the easiest.
Yeah. So if there's like a quick win, and we'll kind of wrap it up too. I mean, on theory, to tell you the truth, I would love to just go live for like as long as possible just to see kind of what happens. But so if there's like a quick win for, let's say, like let's do sub 100 location brand, like a quick win that they can do. So for us, it would be local pages, store finder. Either A, you're paying too much for it, B, you don't have it, or C, you know, I think those are the two options. You don't have it, we got you. If you already have it and you're paying too much, we got you. I don't know what the other option is after that. And then like for you guys, sub 100 location, what's like a quick win that they can do?
Quick win. Gosh, I don't know if we offer necessarily a quick win, but we have a right path to a long-term win.
Yeah.
And making sure that the communities get the most accurate information, because that's ultimately how you build their trust. And that's what we facilitate in short form. So while people have big question marks over their head, giving them a little bit of consistency and accurate messaging in their community is going to go a long way for the long term. But
someone could run a pilot.
Yeah, sure enough. They could do it right now.
Yeah.
We can get set up. That's a 1 week quick win. Yeah. To get going and live, and we can have all their platform and out the door shipped to each location. Some interesting use cases we've seen right now. People are leveraging our platform for recruiting.
Recruiting, like you mean worker?
Yeah. So because that each location can either needs more drivers, or Amazon's hiring 100,000 people, for example.
Right.
Those are all over, and there's different need per location. So we provide a quick method of providing that messaging to a tight community, specific to we need a delivery driver, specific to we need someone to monitor our line, we need security. And they've asked us to be able to create these messages with their logo on it and run it for short periods of time. So there's another quick win. And that's something that really wasn't how our platform was leveraged before this. And it was brought to us by a client, and we've shared it with others, and it's catching on. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, sick. So in the description, Phoenix 19 Alliance. We'll post this video on YouTube. Obviously, it's live, I think, on LinkedIn, and we're wearing the white hats on purpose. It's just part of the stay-at-home uniform.